Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's away we go then. Now, can he find a finish? A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Oh, nicely intercepted.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well timed, excellent interception. And this is Batistuta. Well, now here is a young man who really does seem to have the whole world at his feet. Lamine Yamal, a player of barely matched potential and indeed of barely matched expectation.
And the inevitable comparisons that go along with that, Peter.
And are those comparisons justified?
Well, from what I've seen of him so far, very much so. There's pace and great technique, but the most outstanding quality about him is his maturity, especially when it comes to making the right decisions. That's what sets him up.
Batistuta! Lam. Played out to the left flank. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. It's run loose here. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Chance here to counter. And he's intervened well there. Rudiger. He's having a go! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Batistuta! No, he didn't quite meet it right. That's an imaginative pass. Now it's Yamal. Chiellini getting this one clear. So it is still 0-0. Bellingham. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And that was nowhere near his best. Neymar finds himself offside. Yamal. And he's had it nicked away. Tchouaméni. And he cuts out the supply. Al Nassr do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And they're quick to get it back. Now it's Mbappe.
Oh, great feat, that.
Tchouaméni. And it's Beckham. Now it's Batistuta. Well, played right into his path. Oh, that's fabulous. Chance! It's their second corner of the game.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Distributed tidily. Well read, and the danger is averted. And he can clear it away. And Beckham! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Thuram gets over and intercepts. Ambitious ball here. Oh, he's found support out wide. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. So what can they make of this? Bellingham.
Al Nassr couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Check, gets his gloves on it, nice and calm. And there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now it's Yamal. Real chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Bellingham. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Batistuta unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
There will be 1
Yamal.
minute added time.
Thuram. And he's cut it out. A probing pass. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, the goal attempts are coming thick and fast, but so far there's nothing to show for it. I think the manager will be pretty happy with his team's performance. He just needs a little more craft and guile.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Neymar. Coming on to replace him is number 17, Hazard.
And we're off again.
Al Nassr have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And it's Bellingham. That's a good ball out wide. Great vision. Played into space. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And here's Mbappe, and there's the shot! Really well taken goal. And that is the goal we've all been yearning for. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
After 52 minutes is...
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Threads one in. Now it's Yamal. That's a shade optimistic. Long ball upfield. Oh, that's a key interception. And here's Batistuta.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
It's played through for him. Al Nassr still behind thanks to that solitary strike. He's a sharp little ball here. Osimhen! And yes, it's there! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Nigeria are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Bellingham in the hunt and looking threatening. Looking tidy in possession here. Mbappe! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are cruising away. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Al Nassr are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Now it's Osimhen. Engages and forces him off the ball. Serginho. That's been cut out, well played. Knocks it into space. Yamal delivering the goods as expected.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment.
Up he goes! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And it's lofted through here. Very nicely done. He's gone for goal! And he's done very well to deal with it.
Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game.
Always onto this. He's having a shot! Oh, taken with style. It is no contest. It is a landslide. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Substitution on the field, number 21.
Al Nassr have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Number 17.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Number 27, Serginho.
Could be danger here.
Number 7,
There will be a throw-in.
Number 11, Messi. Number 77.
Al Nassr really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
Yamal. That has ended up in no man's land. Yamal is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Five minutes left on the clock. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he? Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Rudiger cuts it out. Good spread.
Added time.
Osimhen. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Tries to pass it through. What a throw in. Tries to play it through. Drives it in. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
And we're done. Al Nassr cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway. Saka going full tilt down the left. He has found the way through. And that's aimed into the middle. Saka with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Now it's Hazard. Out to the right. Tries to dink it through. Oh, that takes a shot! He's delivered all right!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Al Nassr are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Threads one in. It's a good run down the right. And here's Yamal. It's gone out for a throw-in. And that's definitely not his best. Serginho. Hazard. Van Basten. Julie. Can he get on the end of this? And a chance! He's got a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Manchester United claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. And we have our very first corner. Bastoni can get it clear. And this is Van Basten. Beckham with the cross. Saka absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline. Al Nassr are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Conte. Manchester United looking to pass their way through. And that is expertly dealt with.
Manchester United clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Conte. Oh, it's Van Basten. Beckham. Played out towards the right wing. Beckham. And Upamecano. Julie touches it back into the middle, and this is Van Basten. Van Basten was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Cristiano Ronaldo! A real chance and a real let-off.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Beckham. Conte. Adams. Conte. And it's Beckham. Hazard. And here's Van Basten. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Now it's Yamal. Upamecano spots it and intercepts. Beckham. Oh, that's fabulous. Traumeri. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Julie. Oh, super find. And this is Hazard. Crosses it in. He gets big. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Julie is offering a right smile there.
And that has put paid to that. Upamecano. Adams.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And it's Conte. And it's Serginho. Manchester United finding their passes. And we hit half-time. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
And the boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those 2 goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game. And it's easier said than done, as we know.
Memorabilia from today's match are now available. Substitution on the field. Number 77, Bukayo Saka. Coming on the field is number 10, Danielson.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Al Nassr different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Conte, a man never lacking in drive or determination. Adams. Beckham. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. That's a good ball out wide. Al Nassr do have a chance to counter here. Adams.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Spread it left. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And this is it's Van Basten! And it's there! And the lead is extended still further. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
A case now of complete control. And it's Beckham. Costa Curta. Al Nassr are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Belletti. Beckham. For Conte. Costa Curta gets over and intercepts. And it's Conte. Passing is crisp and sharp. And this is Van Basten! Van Basten with 3 goals to his name and looking for more. Serginho. Passes short and sharp. And he's chosen to go back. Adams. Now Costa Curta. And it's Azar. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And Upamecano. Turns back here, probably the best option.